Hello, everyone. Welcome to ELI, the only podcast in India where we bring a new founder on every episode to talk about their journey and their story of building a startup. And today we have with us Mr. Anantharam Varayur, who is the co-founder of Manasum Senior Living, which is a chain of retirement homes based out of Bangalore and Goa. Hi, Mr. Anantharam.
Hi,
Welcome to
hi.
ELI.
Hello.
To start with, would
Yeah,
request you to introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us a bit about your background, about your early life. What have you done over the years, and how did you arrive at entrepreneurship?
yeah. Good evening to all of you. This is Anantharam here. My entrepreneur journey is like a kind of an accident, I should say.
Mhm.
In fact, I started working at a very, very early age. In the
Okay.
sense, I did my diploma in telecommunication. That means that is after SSLC, it's a 3 years of course, diploma course.
Mm-hmm.
So, in fact, on the immediately after my diploma, that is when I was 18 years, I got an employment. In fact, morning I finished my practical exams, and then evening I had to take a train to go to Delhi. I'm based out of Bangalore
Okay.
because my initial training was with HIL, which was part of a company called as HCL.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to report at Delhi, and then same day evening I took a train to Delhi for a training. So literally, I did not after my college did not enjoy for even a day. I think in terms of holidays or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then similarly, my entrepreneur journey also it started pretty early. At the age of 23, I started my own company.
Wow.
So after HCL, I joined Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore,
Mm-hmm.
and so there I worked for a couple of years, and then I joined one private company called. It was in the computer maintenance. So
Mm-hmm.
when that particular company was winding up their operations in South, that is in Bangalore and in Chennai,
Okay.
so my and my other partner, we approached the company and then we asked them that is it okay that we can take over the company and we can start running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at that time, we were just 23 years. When all other my colleagues and all they got afraid and they were trying to apply for a job elsewhere. So we spoke to the company and started. Continued the same business. Okay.
Okay.
So we were into IT infrastructure business. So 1983. We were one of the largest partners for Cisco system. In those
Wow.
days, there was networking was not much. That is 1989. I'm talking. Okay, so in
Mm-hmm.
1989, I started my company. So the networking was not that much. I mean, in popular like computer hardware was picking up.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to be on a niche segment, and that's how we chose to get into a networking, IT networking. So in my networking company, later we did one of the large networks across India. In fact, almost every power plant in India is networked by us, like
Wow.
whether it is Chahar, Kahalgan, Vindhyachal, Rehan, Ramagundam. So over nearly 23 power plants, NTPC power plants we have done. And then even in Bangalore, all these LRD, AD, GTRE, CABS, CARE, ISRO, IAC, uh,
Mm-hmm.
IAM, all these organizations, we did the networking. Okay. I was running that company for more than about 30 years, close to. Okay.
Wow.
Uh, so we had branches across the country, and I was running that. But however, this company, both myself and my wife, we were running together. In
Mm-hmm.
the sense, right from 89, we started the business together. That means
Okay.
before my marriage itself. Okay.
Got it.
So 91, we got married. And
Mm-hmm.
so Sumati is my wife. And then, so she has been my business partner and life partner right from the day one. Okay.
Got it.
So then both of us, we had a kind of a, what do you say, the passion to start a senior living. That too, how it started is because a lot of people from her family, in the sense she's from Chennai. So in her own family, a lot of the children, okay, they went abroad, and her cousins and other people in they were a very big family actually.
Mm-hmm.
So her father had nearly 10 brothers and sisters. So each of their children and all, many of them had gone abroad and all.
Got it.
So, and so she used to go around and take care of a lot of seniors whenever there is a need and all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And similarly, even from my side in Bangalore, my father also, like, it's a big family, about six brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people we used to see in our life where the in my own friends, whoever were here, I mean, who studied with me and all. So a couple of them, they moved abroad. At that time, we were always used to think that there has to be something needed to be done here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we were not knowing what it is. Okay. We were just going and helping them whenever it is required. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how the inclination towards senior living thing happened.
Got it.
But we never knew how to start this actually. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we were quite busy with our IT business, so that was going on. And subsequently, around 2006, I started an organization. That is, I took a franchise for an organization called as BNI. I don't know if you have heard of BNI. It's a group of business owners. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we took the franchise of Bangalore, where the BNI objective is to help each other to grow on business people. So they come together, they help each other to grow the business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Bangalore region, myself and my other three of my other partners, we started this. And then, so we took the membership right from 0 to 2,500 members with 70 chapters. Okay, the
Wow.
way the PNI functions is there's a group of people. So in one group, there cannot be two people from the same business, so that there is no competition within the group. So we
Okay.
help each other to grow the business. Okay, yeah, it's a worldwide organization. It's a 40 years old organization started in US. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I was the executive director for BNI Bangalore. Okay.
Okay.
So there I met one Mr. Mangalchan Jain, so who was already into the senior living business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so we approached him and then we met him and then we asked him how this whole thing functions, and then we wanted to know more about that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how we got into this, and then we started our first project.
Got it.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, what happened to the IT networking and infra
uh,
business?
yeah, yeah. That's interesting. So what happened? So this is my IT business had grown quite big actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we had quite a lot of people working for us, and then branches across the country and all. In fact, I even took over one more company, and then we merged that company with us and all.
Mm-hmm.
But so when I wanted to move to the senior living kind of the segment, so I tried selling this company. Okay, but in those days I was not able to sell it because basically ours was a services company. There was no IP in that company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that way, I had to take a very strong decision. In fact, that itself is a big story, actually. So what happened? My wife Sumati, she attended one of the motivational
Mm-hmm.
speakers session in Goa, actually. Okay.
Okay.
So there, like during the break, he was asking my wife, like, "What's your passion and all?" So she told, "Yes, I want to do a senior living and all."
Mm-hmm.
So then he was asking, "Why? What's stopping you to do that? Do it," he said.
Okay.
She said, "No, we are running this IT company, which is quite big, so we don't have time to get into this." Then he challenged her, saying that means you don't have a passion. Okay. So she said, "No, we have a passion, but so if you have a passion, you should do it. Then you can't say that this is not there." I mean, I can't do this because of this and all.
Mm-hmm.
So then he asked, what's the option? Then she said, first option is to sell
Mm.
the existing company. Then he said, okay, why don't you sell it? So she said, no, I can't sell it because we tried that and it did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Then what is the next option? So then she told that the next option is we need to close the company.
Okay.
So then immediately he told, close it. Okay. So she was telling, no, it is, how can I close this? We have been doing it from so many years and then we can't do this and all. Then he said, that means you don't have a passion for senior living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he kept on challenging this. And then finally, after the break, so he made her to announce this on a stage. Okay.
Mm.
So she went on to the stage. She announced that she is going to start a senior living and she is also going to close the existing business. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so that was a bold decision. And then it was announced in front of about 100 plus audience. Okay. And then luckily it happened. I mean, in next 1 year, we were able to completely come out of that business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then pursue our passion for senior
Wow.
living.
That's a
Yeah.
very interesting way to start the business. Uh, all right. So I can understand about the passion aspect, but were you also researching about the senior living market? Because I think it's
Yeah,
quite a huge market globally. I think about $500 billion is the market size globally.
correct.
In India, I think it would be 3 to 4 billion right now, and growing very fast. In fact, it's a 50% year-on-year growth market, 12 billion by 2030. So where you sort of, back of the mind, studying about all these facts.
Yeah, actually, to be very frank, we never researching or studying about the size of the market or how big it has to be and things like that. That was not at all in our agenda. Okay. However, we had a like we wanted to know how it is done. Okay, how the people are running the senior living. Okay.
Mhm.
So, keeping that in mind, myself and Sumati, we traveled across the world. Like even we went to a lot of senior living projects in US specifically. Okay, then we started visiting the senior living projects. Okay,
Mhm.
and it was amazing. Like you know what, in some of the facilities where we went, like the person who is around 85 90 years, he comes in a shorts, wearing a shorts, and then comes in a golf cart. And then, so he is waving at us, saying that, hi, buddy, how are you? And things like that, and all. And then, similarly, the inside the senior living in the parlor, the ladies who are in the age group of around 80, 85,
Mhm.
sitting in front of the makeup artist, and then doing the curling of the hairs and
Right.
all those we were seeing. And then in the restaurant, a lot of people were sitting around and having the wine in their hand and sipping around, enjoying and talking and all. I mean, the senior living means it was totally a different there. Okay.
Mhm.
Like in India, we had seen a lot of old age homes where people are suffering and people are thinking that their life is done. All those kind of things, right?
Mhm.
Here, even the people will even start talking in that way. Like I have seen a lot of people saying that, boss, anyway, I'm in my bonus years. Whenever he calls, I have to go there. Like that and all is the comments in
Right.
most of the seniors. Okay. So, but when we went there in the Western countries, the life itself is totally different. Okay,
Mm.
and that's what we were thinking. Wow, we need to create such kind of facilities where the people have to enjoy. Okay, they have to enjoy the entire thing, and then a carefree life, free from all their worries. So then that is what it is. Okay, then again we came back to India. We went to a lot of other senior living facilities within India itself,
Mhm.
like Coimbatore and various other places we went. And we saw a lot of them were fairly good with a lot of with Indian kind of activities. like people involved in satsang, this, and so many other cultural activities and things like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So nearly about 4 years we did research. Okay. Not from the market size perspective, it is more from the operations and how it runs from that perspective.
Okay. And what did you sort of come out of what did come out of that research? Because I see you are positioning yourself as a premium senior living brand, and I think, as you rightly mentioned, India is a little culturally different country. Traditionally, seniors were living with their children in the same home, but now the families are becoming nuclear,
Yeah.
and that also has led to a different outcome. Typical old age homes, they are not well maintained, not well funded, and people sort of look down upon those homes. They do not want to go there. But I think you are building a completely different kind of senior living where people can, look forward to going there and enjoy their time. Tell us about it. What research did you do?
Yeah. Correct. So when we went to all these senior living facilities, so a couple of things we noticed. One is the design aspect, like how the way it is designed, the kind of openness, and some of them were very, very closed. There was no much, what do you say, the open space and all. Okay, like in the sense we saw both. We started making note what we should not do, but what we should do. Okay, both when we observed all these things. So that is the time when we came back. We designed our first senior living project called as Manasum where it is just 1 acre boutique project.
Mm-hmm.
But we built the whole thing in a courtyard concept, like all four sides building, and then its center is open to sky.
Okay.
Okay, so that way the people can get a lot of open space, and then when it is open to sky in the center, we had only one single side corridor, so all people can see. That means if you just come out of your house, all four sides you can see the people. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so in one floor, nearly about 24, 25 houses. So it gives such a big openness. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so that's the design we came up, and then literally people are in love with that kind of a design. Plus, in terms of the next thing is in terms of food, like we wanted to provide them everything. Like the whenever we say our lunch, it is like a full elaborate menu kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the activities. So, what are the different kind of an activities what we can do? So, all these things we could incorporate so that we can bring life to the project. Okay, so that's how the whole thing started as a premium senior living kind of a thing. Okay.
Got it. And do you also provide services like mm, the hairdressing and wine dining and so on?
Yeah, so it's not in all projects, of course, depending upon the type of the culture and things like that.
Mhm.
So, for example, in our first project, basically, of course, we do have saloon and the jacuzzi, massage center, and everything is available. A beautiful big library we have, huge
Mhm.
library, a card center, all these things are available. Okay. So, of course, in our Goa project, we do have a project in Goa. Okay, so Goa project has got all this karaoke bar we have. Okay, so the people can enjoy the wine and they can do the singing. Okay, so that's available in a Goa project.
Got it. Tell us a bit about the whole economics of this senior living, the premium senior living market that you are operating in. Things like who pays for the services that you
Yeah.
provide, what all services you provide, and at what price point are you operating?
Yeah. So the way the senior living project works is first thing is the real estate. Okay. So the what happens, the senior person or the person who wants to live there, so they have to buy an apartment or a villa, depending upon the type of the project. Okay. So normally, most of our projects we preferred apartments because in the sense they come to the dining hall multiple times, right? For breakfast, lunch, evening snacks, and dinner. So they come so many times to the dining hall. So that way, we felt the apartment is a good option. Of course, now a lot of people are asking for the independent villas also. So that also we will be start catering to that segment as well. So as I said, the first thing is the investment is on real estate. Okay,
Okay.
they have to buy it. But we in our Manasum we also have an other options as well. What happens? There are some people who may not need, they want to invest in the real estate now because they would have already planned their senior living or their retirement after some time, maybe after 5 years, after 10 years, they would have planned for retiring. So those people will invest now, okay, but they may not move in immediately. So those people will always give those units to us for renting it out. Okay. So
Okay.
that way we have a rental option as well. Okay. Some people, if they want to buy it, they can buy it, or if they want to rent it or lease it. So whatever is the method they want to take it, they can take that. So this is one portion, that is the real estate and the renting and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the second thing what comes in the senior living is the most important is the food. Okay.
Okay.
So we have a central kitchen with the dining hall. So right from morning bed coffee, breakfast, lunch, evening snacks, dinner, night bed milk, everything is provided by us. Okay. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, at cost. So there is the cost is available. Like it starts with about 7,500 rupees per person per month. Okay. Plus taxes, of course.
Okay.
Okay. So roughly it comes to around 250 rupees per day. Okay. For this entire meals, what I told, right from bed coffee to bed milk kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is a second cost. The third one is the senior care services. Like we will be having a 24 bar 7 nurse available at the premises, 24 bar 7 resident property manager is there. We have a 24 bar 7 ambulance available. Then we also have a tie up with the nearby hospitals. For all these, plus we have a shuttle vehicle to go to a nearby places, okay, which will be free of cost if it is a near less than about 4 or 5 kilometers kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like this, there are all these senior care services charges are there. Plus, of course, like any other apartment, there are a CAM charges. Okay, that is a common area maintenance charges, what we call it as, be it security, be it STP operation, or the outside garden cleaning or water treatment plant, a common area electricity, lift maintenance. So all these things, okay, sump and other water tank. So all these other maintenance costs is there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's another component. Okay,
Got it.
so these are all the various things which people should be prepared to pay for it. Okay, and the best part is they get all these services in one place. See, for example, if couple are staying in their own individual apartment or a villa, so many people, if they are unable to cook, so they have to appoint one cook. Okay, then for house cleaning and all those things, they have to appoint a servant maid. If they
Mm-hmm.
want to move around, they should have either a driver or maintain a car or depend on the taxis and things like that. Okay. Yeah, or if they have a big bungalow, they need a security. So they may have to hire a security guard and things like that. So there are so many expenses which are there as an individual villa maintenance. Okay. In fact, some people will be literally running a facility management company itself. Okay, maintaining that many people. Okay, at that age. So here, what happens since they move to a place like this, because all these things becomes a shared resources, right? So that way your cost will be optimized. Plus, you will get an efficient service. Okay, so that's the biggest advantage.
Got it. Uh, Tell us a bit about the logistic of running this operation, especially from a manpower point of view. I think a lot of similarity with how a resort or a hotel chain would hire their manpower. What kind of resources? Where do you hire them from? And anything else that you would like to share?
Yeah. So that's what I keep telling a lot of my team. In fact, we'll be running literally three verticals. Okay. One
Mm,
vertical is the hospital, in the sense we may not give a treatment actually, but
mm,
anything related to the medical things, emergencies we have to handle. We have to handle the nurse and other things, right? Second one is the hospitality, like food and stay and all those things, hospitality. Third
mm,
one is the facility management, okay, like maintaining the things and all. So that means literally we as a senior care providers has to run three industries, okay. So that's the major challenge. Of course, the moment when you say have anything related to the human capital, right? So definitely there is a big challenge. Okay,
mm,
one of our biggest challenges is getting the right manpower, right? So one is you should get a trustworthy manpower and all those things. Okay, especially in a senior care. If you look at since you deal with a lot of seniors, so the team needs a lot of patience actually. Okay, talking to them and all the in terms of courtesy and various things. So you need a lot of patience. And
mm.
also sometimes many of these people may forget certain things, and then so those kind of other challenges are there. Okay.
Great.
So our team should be ready to face those kind of challenges as well. And the third one is since a lot of these seniors have already been in their top of their career, they would have gone up to the even some of them to the director level and things like that, and they would
Mhm.
have retired and come. So their knowledge and other the things are quite abundant. Okay, so dealing with them is very a bit a challenging kind of a thing, which our team has to understand that. Okay, they are not dealing with kind of a helpless people. They are dealing with the people who are knowledgeable, people who are knows everything. Okay, so that's why the team also to be trained and this. I mean, they should handle them properly. Okay, so these are all the operational challenges. And the next one is the churning of the people, right? Because literally we will be running the entire services 24 bar 7. Okay, so there is definitely there is quite a lot of stress on the team and all those things. So we do
Great.
have a lot of recreation and motivational thing from our team so that they don't get burnt out.
Got it. Any sort of good feedback that you have received from your residents? Like, yeah, this is what I liked about this place, or
Yeah,
yeah, tell us about it. The success stories.
so a lot of feedbacks. I mean, in terms of especially some of them will really move you actually, because say all that what we need whenever we do these kind of thing is one or two appreciation work, right? Because the people would have saved. In fact, especially since we deal with the seniors, many emergencies we have handled, like
Hmm.
even at night times. Most of the the most of the night
Right.
emergencies happens in the night, either people falling down or the very serious medical emergencies and all happen. So we are proud to say that our team has saved their lives several times. Okay, not one or two incidents in the last 5 years. We have been operating from past 5 years now. There are so many cases which we have handled very well.
Hmm.
And the people will come and tell that, okay, like you are like my son, or you are like my daughter, so you have done this. So those kind of appreciation words are really priceless. Okay,
Right.
in fact, in one of our project we have a couple like where the wife is 100% the visually impaired. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
husband is also almost about 70-80% visually impaired. Okay, so one of the days when I was trying to take a new client and showing around, So the wife, who is 100% visual impaired, she told, "Sir, why do you want to come here? I will take them and show them around."
Mhm.
I know all the places like that. Okay. And then the way she used to explain, like, see, this is a courtyard, and here we have a temple, here we have all the trees. So this is the dining hall. Like that, literally, she has visualized the whole place, and then she was explaining to the new client.
Mm.
Okay,
Wow.
so that was really a touching moment for us. Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. All right. So I think you have been running this since last 5 years. Quite a bit of success and success stories. What about the future? How do you foresee the future? Because this is a massive market. It's a need of the hour in India because finances now the finances are getting separate between children and parents. A lot of parents are now without children. Sorry, a lot of old people are without children now. So they are in need of services like this. Uh, how do you foresee the future? I think it's a exploding market.
yeah. So initially, sometime back, you mentioned that the families are becoming nuclear and things like that. There, I just want to add one comment,
Yeah.
because my wife Smriti will be keep telling, see, if you're staying with your parents, okay, that is the best gift what they can give it to them. Okay,
Mm.
so please take care of them till the end of their life. Okay, so don't send them to a senior living projects. Okay,
Okay.
so for because of the circumstantial the issues or events, okay, by chance, if you have already moved out, like suppose if you have already moved out to places like US or Singapore or various other parts of the world, okay,
Mm.
and your parents are alone here. So when they are alone here, even if they are staying in a beautiful apartment, like for example, I'm staying in an apartment in Jayanagar.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, there are about I think around roughly around 90 houses. Okay, uh, so we don't know many of them at all. Okay, when you open the door at 8:30, 9 o'clock, we go to office, then come back around again around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, literally you don't see anyone, right? And then my parents were also here with me, but after we started a senior living project, they started visiting that project quite often. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they started liking it because there they can see so many people. They started mixing with the people, and then there's a lot of people to talk to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here nobody is there. So
Right.
like that, if there is a compulsion that, okay, like you start liking the place and then you need the company and all those things, then you need to move to a senior living.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, as a family, if you're staying together and then enjoying, that is the best what you should do. Okay,
Absolutely.
so only in terms of need, okay, because of the compulsion, work, career, and all those things. If you have already moved out, okay, then it is good to place them into the senior living. That's the first part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now coming to the plans in terms of growth and all. See what happened. As I told you in the first project, we purchased the land ourselves. We constructed. Then we started giving the services and all. So
Mm.
what happened that construction, acquiring the land, construction, and all those things, that itself took almost 5 years for us.
Mm.
Okay. And 2020, in the middle of COVID, we started the service. Okay.
Okay.
So what happened? We lost quite a lot of time, right, in terms of
Mm.
land procurement, conversion of the land, then plan sanction, all these things. We lost a lot of time. So in the 5 years, we had done actually only 100 units. Okay.
Mm.
So then subsequently, we thought that this is not a right business model. Okay. So then we started approaching some big builders. Like, for example, the next project, what we did was with Godrej. So
Okay.
in Godrej, what we did, it was an intergeneration project. That means it's a 13-acre project with 6 towers, out of which 5 towers are for normal living and one full tower is for a senior living. Okay.
Okay.
So then we took over that particular full tower outright from Godrej, and it was built for a senior living only. The
Okay.
way it was designed, the doors and the entire project was designed for a senior living. Okay. And we took over that from Godrej. Okay. And then we started working. So then after that, there was no looking back. So the next project we took over from a builder in Goa. It's a 240 units with 7.5 acres. Then it is a builder from Mumbai called as Presscon. So then the next project with again with the Tatas. So Tata Riva in Bangalore only with about 187 units. It's a 25-acre project with about 34 towers, and 4 towers are for senior living. Okay. Rest of the towers were general public. Okay. So like that, we started talking to a big builders, and that way, what happened in the less than about 1.5 to 2 years, we were able to add close to about 1,000 units. Okay. So that's the beauty of it. That means we were able to scale up so fast because we started working with the builders rather than building the whole building ourselves. Okay.
Okay.
So now we are likewise we are working with a couple of builders in Pune, Chennai, and Lucknow. So all these places we are starting. So the Manasum goal for this year is about 2,500 units. By the end of 2025, we should be signing. Yeah, and by 2030, we should be touching at least about 10,000 units. Okay, so that's the growth path what we are seeing for ourselves.
Got it.
Yeah.
Finally, one last question for you. Tell us, give a message to other entrepreneurs. I think you have been doing entrepreneurship since last 3.5 decades. Probably you started business even before we were born. I was born in 92.
Okay.
So all these years, what have you learned about entrepreneurship? And day in and day out, I see founders who are just trying to do some cool stuff because they are interested in making money, and uh,
Yeah.
they sort of lose that passion in doing whatever they are doing. But I think you have proved again and again that when you follow your passion, money always follows. And when you are solving something that is needed by the country and needed by the society, then absolutely will eventually make money. So what has been your learning, and share a message to other entrepreneurs out there?
Yeah, actually, you nailed it perfectly. Okay. See, if you, especially in an entrepreneurship, if you try to go behind money, you will never be able to make it. Okay. But if you go with an intention to solve one very important problem,
Mhm.
okay, you will be able to. That means we always talk about purpose. Okay.
Right.
See, in your life, before even thinking that what you want to do, where you want to do, how you want to do, and all those things, first question you should answer is why you want to do that.
Mm.
Okay. So that is important. So why I am doing what I am doing. Okay.
Mhm.
That is what is the most important thing. Like, for example, when I was doing the networking business in the beginning, so when a lot of people were selling computers and trading, it was almost looking like a trading for us. Okay.
Okay.
Then we were started thinking that, okay, is there is anything which we can solve here? So then the connectivity, connecting the two computers, then we wanted to solve the issues of in terms of storing a data in one particular place. All
Mhm.
those we started thinking how we can make the work of a organization easier.
Mm.
Okay. That is when the networking was just emerging. Okay.
Okay.
It was, I'm talking about, we were doing the connectivity using a thick Ethernet cable and thin Ethernet cable. Then the fiber optic cable came and all those things. Okay.
Mm.
So then we started solving a major problem in an organization. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, Saying that how to make connectivity, how to store the data in one particular place and things like that. Okay. That
Right.
was most challenging ones. In fact, so that's how we were able to scale up. Actually, we were able to scale up in such a big way because there were very few people were there in that niche segment. Okay,
Mhm.
there were only a handful of people who were doing networking in those days. Okay.
Got it.
Then the next thing is the BNI when I started in Bangalore. Okay. So there also, like I always keep telling, earlier I was doing a computer networking. Later I started doing the human networking. Okay. So there in the human networking, what I mean is, like for example, for any small and medium business people, the
Mm,
biggest challenge is to acquire a new client. Okay.
mm,
So this, if we make, they cannot spend lakhs and crores of rupees on the advertisement.
right.
So the referral business was the most strongest, most powerful, and the cheapest one as well. Okay,
Mm,
very economical. That means if I refer you a business and then you refer me a business, so that's the best way to grow my business. Okay,
yeah.
so then I thought, okay, I'm solving one of the biggest problem of a small and medium entrepreneur. Okay, by bringing them into the BNI kind of a platform, and
Mm,
then the thousands of people were started benefiting. Okay, when somebody comes and says that because of BNI, I did a deal of 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore, 10 crore. Okay, that is the thing what makes us okay. The purpose what we started is good. So then once the BNI reached to a particular level, then I sold it back to the BNI Global because
mhm.
it was a franchise system. So then I could exit from that. Okay. Almost for about 16 years, I did BNI. So over more than 10 to 15,000 people would have got helped. Entrepreneurs in Bangalore alone would have got help because of the BNI platform. Okay.
Mhm.
So then when the senior living came, again, we are working on a purpose, right? So the purpose is to solve a major problem in a senior's life and also make their life beautiful and cheerful. Like
Mm,
if you look at our logo, it is a butterfly.
right.
So the butterfly is basically it's a transformation. Like two things happens in butterfly. One is when you see a butterfly, it's always cheerful, happy, and things like that. So
Mm,
that is the kind of happiness we want to bring in the faces of a seniors. The other one, if you look at in the butterfly, is it has transformed itself, right?
yes.
From a caterpillar to a butterfly. Okay. So the life cycle change, what it has gone through,
Mm,
is something no comparison. So
right.
that's exactly the change what we want to bring it in the senior's life. Whatever could have been their previous life, all
Mm,
these days they have gone through. But the moment they come to Manasum, they
mhm.
all should become butterflies. Okay,
Got it.
so that's the our the saying thought process, and the because of this, the scalability has happened.
Mm,
Okay, the scalability happened because I am leveraging someone else's strength. Like here, I am leveraging the strength of a builder. Okay,
mm,
the builder can know how to source a land, how to build a apartment, and all those things. But
mhm.
I know how to take care of the people. Okay,
Right.
so rather than me doing the building and all those things, so leveraging the other person's strength. Okay.
Mm,
So that's the message which I want to give. Like you need to be very passionate about what you're doing. And then the second thing is your business should have a great purpose. Okay.
mhm.
You have to be very, I mean, brutally aligned to the purpose. Okay.
Mhm.
You cannot go beyond that. So then all other things will fall in place.
Got it. All right. Thanks for joining the session, Mr. Anantharam. It was a pleasure to have you on our platform. And I think the work you are doing is really moving the country, taking the country forward, and creating value for our society. So kudos to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for this opportunity. You're also doing a fantastic job
Thank you.
bringing a lot of entrepreneurs to the limelight. And then people can learn from the others, both
Yes,
success as well as mistakes, right?
absolutely.
Okay. So you're doing a fantastic job. So wish you all the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you.